Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. Welcome to another edition of the Live Ones. The big news today, I think it's pretty clear the LA Lakers have hit by their standards is rock bottom. They're 22 and 23, eighth in the West, and they just can't get any chemistry or continuity together. Meanwhile, Russell Westbrook, the 9-time All-Star and former MVP that the franchise went all in on in a massive gamble to get themselves over the hump of their early playoff exit last year, is averaging his fewest points since his second season in the league, and the Lakers have actually performed better when he's on the bench. Westbrook actually got himself benched in the Lakers' loss to the Indiana Pacers, 111-104. The Lakers still owe the New Orleans Pelicans 2 draft picks from the Anthony Davis trade, and they can't trade another first-round pick until 2027. That's amazing to think about. They have mortgaged their entire future on this team of mercenaries. If they don't win a ring this year, it's not likely that they're going to win one for the rest of the decade. Once LeBron retires, the team is going to have a multi-year tank just to get the trade and draft capital to be contenders again at the end of the decade. I feel like they just did that in the post-Kobe Bryant years just to get in the position to attract LeBron James to the team. This franchise has never, in the 73 years of its existence, been this bad for this long. It almost defies nature. In NFL news, the Giants have their new GM, and it's Bills' assistant general manager, Joe Shen. Shen has a really heavy lift ahead of him. I jokingly refer to the Giants as the new Browns. Their team has been just so poorly run under Dave Gettleman and Jerry Reese before him. Their record over the last decade has just been atrocious. It's like the franchise just doesn't have any interest in success. They fired 4 head coaches in the last 6 seasons. They're $7 million over the cap next year after a mega contract bonanza of Leonard Williams, James Bradbury, Adoree Jackson, Blake Martinez, Sterling Shepard, Kenny Galladay, Logan Ryan. If you're asking yourself, who are all these guys? Don't worry, you're not alone. This team is spending $116 million a year on a defense that was 23rd overall this past season. This had to be one of the least attractive open positions out there in the NFL, but I will say good on them for tapping into the well of the Bills, because if any front office understands how to dramatically turn things around after so long in the basement, it is definitely the Buffalo Bills. We will see how that goes. We had another fantastic night last night. If you were following us on Twitter, and if you're not, why the hell not? We were 5-2. We're 17-7 on the week. We're up almost 20 units for the month of January. One more week of this, and it will officially be my best month of capping ever. You want to ride this wave until it crests. We have college hoops, NBA, and NHL to go over tonight. Let's get right to it. And we are in the Big Ten tonight as far as college hoop goes. And we are first checking out Illinois and Maryland. The wheels have completely fallen off of Maryland since conference play started. They're sitting in the basement of the Big Ten with a 1-6 record in conference play and 9-9 overall. When these two teams met up in Illinois 2 weeks ago, Maryland was, still trying to get things going for themselves, try to keep their season hopes alive. Instead, it lost to Illinois 76-64. Since the loss to Illinois, Maryland has continued to falter, losing its next 3 out of 4 games in conference play and throwing away any hope of an NCAA tournament bid. The Illini won their next 2 matchups fairly easily against Nebraska and Michigan. They damn near beat Purdue, but lost in double overtime. This one's just a contest between 2 teams that are really far apart in terms of talent. Maryland is even less competitive than the last time these two met. I know they're the home team tonight, but I just don't see any kind of positive momentum they can use to build on. I'm taking Illinois here as the 4.5-point road favorite tonight. Over on to Wisconsin, and there aren't too many easy matchups in the Big Ten, and last Saturday proved that for Michigan State as its 9-game winning streak came to an end in massive upset against Northwestern. Meanwhile, Wisconsin just continues its absolute dominance. Johnny Davis is such an exciting player to watch. Like I said, top 10 NBA draft pick next year for sure. This line opened up at Wisconsin -4.5. It's down to -3 now. I think the assumption may be that the Spartans are going to come out playing pissed-off ball. But I really just don't see how it's going to matter that much. Wisconsin is a ridiculously efficient offense, and Michigan State has been playing with fire against lower-ranked opponents for weeks now with the sheer amount of turnovers they've been giving up. It finally came back to bite them in the ass against Northwestern, and I think it'll easily bite them in the ass on the road against an amazing Wisconsin team. You can't give the Badgers extra possessions. They will make you eat it. I'm riding with Wisconsin until they give me a reason not to. I think you're getting a bargain price tonight at -3, and I will be taking it. Over to the NBA, and the game that I'm looking at tonight is the Raptors and the Wizards. The Wizards and the Raptors are 2 teams who are headed in completely different directions. The Raptors have lost 4 out of their past 5, while the Wizards have won 4 out of their last 6. It was almost 5 out of 6, but for a missed 3-pointer against the Nets at the last minute on Wednesday. Moreover, the Wizards are healthy for the first time this season with no players on the injury or the COVID list, and this offense has been rolling over the past 2 weeks, scoring 117 points a game over that stretch for 6th in the NBA. The Raptors, on the other hand, have struggled offensively, 26th among NBA teams in points per game over the last 2 weeks. The Wizards are at home. This one's a no-brainer for me, folks. Take Washington laying a single point. And last but not least, in the NHL, the Panthers and the Canucks, just when you thought the Panthers might have a moment of weakness, they come out firing. They did not even play their best hockey in Edmonton as they were outshot 40-28 and lost the expected goals battle. But, great teams find a way to win, and not only did they do that, they also scored 6 goals on 28 shots. So efficient. It's just amazing. Vancouver returns home on the heels of 2 straight wins and has generally looked a little better since Bruce Boudreau took over as head coach. A big part of that, though, has been the play of Thatcher Demko in goal, which is a really big problem because he just got a positive COVID-19 test and he's going to be out. And their number 2 goalie, Jaroslav Halak, is also out, meaning Vancouver is going to turn to Spencer Martin to be in the pipes for them tonight. Spencer Martin has not started an NHL game in the last 6 years. You put all these elements together, and Florida should absolutely obliterate the Canucks tonight, who boast one of the NHL's worst offenses overall. I'm taking Florida on the puck line at -1.5 for the +125 value. That is going to be it for me tonight, folks. Everyone bet safe, stay safe. Follow us on Twitter at LiveOneSports. Check us out on Roku and Fire TV at the Live Ones. Have yourselves a great Friday night, and I will see you tomorrow.